last.
Well, have you given any thought to what you did to get you in prison this time?
Yes, I did. I thought about that, and it was some real. It's real to me. It's real sickening to me.
Would the offender please introduce yourself for the record, stating your name and DOC number?
$74.71.
Sorry, can you please repeat that?
Walter Hannon, 207471.
Thank you. Let me explain the process to you. First, I will read information into the record, then the board will conduct a parole interview with you. At the end, you'll be allowed to make a brief statement before the board votes. Do you understand the process, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is the case for Walter Hannon, DOC number 207471, date of birth July 23rd, 1967, classified as a third felony offender. Offense: manslaughter, aggravated battery, attempted forcible rape, and attempted oral sexual battery. Sentencing dates are March 23rd, 1992, revoked on August 22nd, 2002. Sentenced to a total of 40 years, 10 months, 7 days. Parole date is August 1st, 2021. Good time, April 16, 2037. And full term, September 18, 2041. Is this information correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Marabella.
Thank you very much. Mr. Walters, my name is Tony Marabella. Your case was assigned to me, so I'm the first one to kind of interview you a little bit. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I wrote down Walters Hannon. Hannon is your last name, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. Okay. Mr. Hannon. Mr. Hannon, tell me how old you are, sir.
I'm 54.
64?
54.
54, okay. And how long have you been in prison?
21, going on 22 years.
How far did you go in school?
11th grade.
Okay. Have you gotten your GED?
I had got my GED when I was in LSU. In Angola.
Okay. How long ago did you get your GED?
That was in 90. That was what, 98?
Okay. What were you in Angola for in 98?
For murder.
That's the manslaughter charge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the programs that you've done while you've been in prison.
Well, I was up in Toastmaster. I was up in the sex offender class, and I was also up in the what's that? Alcohol Anonymous, AA.
Okay. Tell me about the sex offender class. How many phases did you take in sex offender?
2. Just 2.
When did you take those?
That was what? Last year, I think.
Okay. Why did you take only 2? Why didn't you take 3 and 4?
I had got out of there. I just didn't never get a chance to finish it.
Did you finish 1 and 2?
I finished 1 and 2.
And did you enroll in phase 3?
No, I did not.
Why not?
because the pandemic stopped it. But when I had came for my annual review, I was supposed to stop by there and ask him to sign me back up. But when I went by there to ask him, he had left off of he went off up in the place that where I could ask him, and I never made it back to him.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the manslaughter charge that you were in prison for. What happened on that case?
Will you be more what you speaking of? What happened?
The manslaughter charge. You went to prison for manslaughter. You told me a little while ago you were in prison for murder. You were charged with murder, but you actually got convicted of manslaughter, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what happened. How did that happen?
Well, then I was at the club and me and this offender had got into an argument, and he went in his pocket. We went in his pocket to put out a gun. I shot him.
Okay. And were drinking or drugs involved?
No, not at that moment. No.
Okay. Have you done drugs in the past?
Yes, I have.
What kind of drugs?
The drugs that got me off up in here now.
Well, tell me about them.
PCP.
Okay. When did you start using drugs?
I would say in elementary.
What did you start using?
Where?
What did you start using? Everybody starts with marijuana generally. You start on marijuana?
Yes, sir.
What did you progress to from there?
To some cocaine and then PCP.
And how long did you use cocaine and PCP before you got arrested for the manslaughter charge?
Shortly. I would say about a year or two after.
Okay. How often were you using drugs?
Daily, I would say.
Did you ever get any treatment on the outside?
No, sir.
All right. So you went to prison on the manslaughter charge. How much time did you serve on the manslaughter charge initially?
About 9.5, I think.
9.5 years?
Yes, sir.
And you paroled out?
Yes, sir.
Now, tell me what programs you took while you were in jail for manslaughter.
I was up in church a lot. Methodist man. And like I said, I went in and out of that Toastmaster, but I never finished it.
Okay. Did you take any drug classes or substance abuse classes?
No, sir.
Why not?
I don't remember them having no drug.
All right.
Hold up. I think they did have AAA, but no, sir, I didn't.
You didn't go to any of that?
No, sir.
When you paroled out, did you go back to using drugs?
No, not right at the moment. No, sir. No, I didn't.
Well, how long were you out on parole before you committed this new crime?
Well, soon I took a couple pulls of some which I thought was gonna be some marijuana, but it turned out to be some PCP. And then right after that, that's when I caught this other charge.
All right. So you get out of jail, what, 2000? Fair to say you got out of jail on your manslaughter charge in 2000?
Yes, sir.
You've been out for 2 months. You go back to using drugs. Yes? No?
Yes, sir.
So what did you do tell me about the charge you're in jail on now.
Well, the charge I'm in jail on now, like I said, I thought I was smoking some marijuana and I took some pulls off of it, and then it was marijuana laced with PCP. And then with that there, the next thing I know, I was locked up on some charges.
So you don't remember anything about raping a 13-year-old boy?
No, sir, I don't.
Yes, you heard Mr. Marabella. And the fact that he's not even taking accountability is just crazy to me. But I have done some research on the case, and the details are astonishing. But I will leave a link to the case overview in the description box. Let's just say it's one of the worst cases I've come across thus far. There is substantial physical evidence, including DNA, that cannot be refuted. He submitted his case to the Court of Appeals, in which it was denied. The audacity of this man. And my heart goes out to the young boy. He was just being so innocent, playing in his own yard, and then he was attacked. And like many other victims, he has a long road of recovery, while this man is asking for an early release for his freedom. But luckily, Mr. Marabella is not having it. Let's look.
Well, have you given any thought to what you did to get you in prison this time?
Yes, I did. I thought about that, and it was some real. It's real to me. It's real sickening to me. That's something I never did, or none.
You went to trial, didn't you?
Yes, sir. I sure did.
You heard all of the facts of the case?
Yes, I did.
Now, did you remember all of that when you were at trial?
I went to trial. I went to trial for forcible rape.
I hear you.
I got found guilty for attempt forcible rape. I didn't get found guilty because it was a lot of lies told.
Well, how do you know there were lies told when you said you don't remember it?
Because the cross-examination, the story changed. The victim himself changed his testimony. And also,
well, let me stop you. Let me stop you here. You tell me what you did to that young boy that caused you to be in prison.
If I don't know what I don't know, but I could tell you what I'm being accused of. I am being accused of raping them.
Okay. Now, you don't believe you did it?
If he say I did it, I say, like I say, what
do you think after being in prison for 22 years, thinking about this, sitting through a trial, going through sex offender treatment, you tell me what you think you did.
I think it's a strong possibility. I probably did some of the stuff that allegedly that I supposed to been did, but for me to not to remember the stuff and then for the police himself, the police said no. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got found guilty for attempt.
So you think attempted forcible rape is okay, but forcible rape isn't?
No. I think all of it's sickening. You know what I'm saying? I own up to it. You
didn't own up to it. You went to trial and were found guilty.
I went to trial because I didn't believe it. I didn't believe all the things that was said that I supposed to been did. I didn't believe, and I still don't to this day.
I hear that was my point.
But for a person to say that I did this, I apologize to the victim and also the victim people, but I was, like I said, I was high, I was on drugs, and whatever they say I did, you know, I can't say that I didn't do it, but going through trial, when I went through trial and listened to the evidence and this and that, you know, and then that's when I really kind of feel like some had to be said, or some had to be wrong with it, or some, because I couldn't have did everything that they alleged to say I did, because it just didn't add up.
It added up apparently for the jury. Let me ask you a question. Tell me a little bit about your disciplinary record while you've been in prison. How many write-ups have you had?
I came.
What if I told you 106?
Here?
No, while you've been in prison.
Oh, okay. All right. How many I had since I've been back? I don't, you know.
What are you going to do to stay off of drugs if you get out of prison early? If I vote to release you and my colleagues vote to release you, how are you going to stay off of drugs?
I got to enter up into some type of rehab.
I'm sorry, what?
I got to go up into some type of rehab or something.
Okay. You accept the fact that you need some long-term rehab?
Yes, sir, I do.
And what kind of long-term rehab do you think you need?
Well, then, right now, I haven't. Drugs is the last thing on my mind, because
I believe that while you're in prison, sure.
No. It ain't because why I'm in prison. It's because why it's behind this charge that I'm on. I don't never want to do no drugs. All because of this charge itself. This charge itself, then it didn't mess my whole life up. You know, this charge is one of the most sickly charges.
Well, let me ask you something. What do you think this charge did to that young 13-year-old boy?
It messed his life up. It messed his family life up. You know, I'm sorry for all that. That's I can't take what happened, whatever happened that happened. I can't. That's out my head right now. Only thing I can do is pray about it, and I hope they can find it up in their heart to forgive me. But most of all, I hope I can find in my heart to forgive myself, because I ain't did that yet.
I'm looking at your institutional record, and the person who prepared this indicates you have a poor record. What do you say about that?
A poor record?
Yeah. Were you ever in any kind of a work release program?
Work release? No. I've never been in a work release.
Okay. Did you take a victims awareness program?
Yes, I did.
You finished it? You were enrolled in it at one time?
Yes, but I never finished it.
You didn't finish the program?
No, still in the program.
You're still in the program now?
Yes.
Warden, what can you tell us about Mr. Hannon?
Well, Walter's been here since June of 2012. He came up here from LSP. The last write-up was in 2018. He has participated in some programming. He's maintained a pretty good conduct record since he's been at this institution. He's currently working as a dorm orderly, and his work history is pretty good. I think Colonel Tolliver, who evaluated his work record, gave him good marks and stated that he worked good in the dormitory, keeping the dormitory clean. He's not a problem offender at this institution, Mr. Marabella. We haven't really had any significant issues with him. All those significant disciplinary problems he had prior to 2012 was at other institutions.
Okay. Thank you very much, Warden. I appreciate it. That's all the questions I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Marabella. Mr. Hannon, to answer your question, you have approximately 27 write-ups for this incarceration. All the other ones were from prior incarcerations. Okay?
So,
I see no speakers. Mr. Hannon, would you like to give us a closing statement?
yes, I would. I would like to say I apologize to the family and the victim, which I hurt. I didn't mean to hurt no one, and I hope they can find in their heart to forgive me. This to the victim and also to the family. And I thank y'all for coming in and spending the time. And I can't change. I can't change what I did. I can't change none of that. But I hope they could just find in their heart to forgive me. And thank y'all.
Thank you, Mr. Hannon. Is the panel ready to vote?
Yes.
Mr. Marabella.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Hannon, I appreciate where you are on your journey. I think you're moving in the right direction. You apparently have been a good prisoner where you are now. You've had a history of some other things. You tell me that you don't know much about this charge of the attempted forcible rape because you were on drugs. And you also tell me very honestly that you need long-term treatment, that you need some help. And I hear that. I hear that as a cry for help, and I appreciate that. I think you're moving in the right direction. You do have a pretty bad history, no question of that. You've got, I believe that you need to finish the substance abuse treatment program. You did 2 phases. You need to do the other 2 phases. I want you to finish that victim's awareness because it's critically important. But most importantly, I want you to try to get into a long-term drug treatment program. If I were to vote to let you out today without any tools, I would be setting you up for failure. I think you need some more help with your drug issues. My vote today would be to deny you, but to encourage you to continue to move forward. So good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Marabella, Mrs. Wise.
Mr. Hammond, I've listened to you today, and I believe that you are coming around. I cannot take a chance with you today. My vote is denied because of your very poor supervision history and your law enforcement opposition and the poor institutional record that because of the information that we have. But you continue. Sit on the front row and learn what you can learn and reapply when you're eligible.
Thank you.
Mr. Hannon, my advice to you is immediately after this hearing, enrolled in the 3rd phase of your sex offender treatment and complete the last 2 phases. After that, you need to get some substance abuse treatment. Based upon all the reasons already been articulated, my vote also is to deny. When you complete your sex offender and your substance abuse treatment program, write back, request another hearing, and maybe this will be a different story next time. But my vote also is to deny. You received 3 votes to deny your request. Your request for early release has been denied. You have a good day.
A good day. Thank you.